Why not?
Why
not? What's up?
What's up, buttercups? What's
Oh, where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do? What do you need?
I don't know.
What do you
I don't know.
What do you want?
I don't even know what I'm trying to do. How you doing? How's your mom and Dan? Hey guys, and welcome to a shit show of a shit show.
Maybe.
With the shit
Maybe
shows.
not. Maybe not.
The two crazy cat ladies. Guys, we have some stuff and things to talk about today. We've had quite a week.
It is quite a week.
We've had.
But we're gonna talk about what happened.
Can you shut off notification? Oh, that's on.
That's your
that's your computer.
Oh, that is mine. Sorry.
Yeah. So we have had.
Hi, you guys. Hey, Dana. Hey, Allie. Hey, Lindsay. Joby. Robin. Heather's here. Girl, I'm so sorry you jumped on VIP Zoom just at the very end. Girl, for real. Hey, Anna. Y'all. Okay. What?
Sorry, my sister texted.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about. It has been a very exciting week. We haven't started the podcast yet because we're just jumping on. Very crazy week. Lots of scary stuff. Lots of great stuff. We're gonna specifically talk about something that happened on Friday with our older babies.
Just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
As of recording. Oh, we haven't recorded.
How about we get that started?
Yeah, let's do that.
What number? Do you want me to do the shout out for the podcast?
Oh my God, do you want to?
Do you know what number it is?
29.
Let me see if I can do like what Jay does. Hold
really?
On. 0029. Oh, I could totally do this. I got this. Hold on. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, totally. Hold it. Got this. Got this. What? You. Welcome to episode number 0029 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. I'm Adrienne.
I'm Jay.
And together we're the Two Crazy Cat Ladies.
You just knocked my knuckle. Hey guys. Hey, hello, and hi, and everything. And let me just finish the sex of my sister.
Okay, so while Jay is finishing texting her sister, I just want to say that today on this podcast, we are going to be talking about probably one of the most horrifying situations we've ever had with our
kitties,
with our 4 older babies. Everyone, you may know that we've recently adopted 2 very sweet little kittens.
Little kittens.
Jack and Madison. Jack and Madison were not part of this drama, but Friday and Zorro, our 2 little Black Panther twins, Pooh Bear, our big ginger love bug, and Oliver Twist, our oldest man, Maine Coon mix. There was a situation that happened.
Yeah, and they're a fam.
They've been fam.
They're a fam bam.
Yeah.
These are our babies.
Yes.
And so today we're going to be talking about cat fights.
Holy moly.
All right. That's the subject of today. However, before we get into cat fights, I want to talk a little bit about, maybe decompress a little bit about, if we can, about a week. We had quite the week. We had family scares. We had a couple of family scares.
Yes. So on Tuesday, was it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
On Tuesday, we got a call that we believed Jay's mom had a heart attack and was in the hospital.
Rushed to the
overrun ER. She spent 7 hours on a gurney in the hallway of a
hospital that's overrun with COVID-19.
Right.
PS.
And she is high risk for COVID, so we're very concerned about that. The good news on that part is that
all the tests came back okay.
The testing
that
she had done.
She only had to stay overnight. It was excruciating for everyone in the families.
Mainly because
mostly
she didn't have a cell phone, so we couldn't even check in with her.
Yeah.
Which was very bizarre.
But I know my mama. Like, my mama is like the strongest woman on the planet. Like, she is like, I can handle it. Give me a book, and I'm fine.
So we did on Tuesday night. We were able to bring her husband,
her a book.
And your daddy down there, so he could deliver a book to her.
Her husband and my dad.
Right.
Which is the same person.
Right.
Right. So, and we also might be drinking a bit. Let's just throw that out. Like, we have to be very honest. We have drank.
I don't think it's ever a surprise at this point to anybody that we've been drinking.
Especially during quarantine,
right? Requires...
Like, I'm pretty sure most of even like the first couple episodes before quarantine, we were drinking. We were drinking. We just drank on a Sunday. That's what we do on a Sunday.
But usually we start like around 3 o'clock when we do our VIP Zoom or a VIP Live.
But today's Father's Day.
It was Father's Day. And so her folks came over. It was wonderful to see them. We didn't do very well with socially distancing, I have to say. But it was wonderful to see them. And
they both walked in with masks on.
About
and
11,
then they asked if they could take them off. And we're like, yeah.
11 a.m. is when the first beverage was poured. 11 a.m.
Yeah, and so that was about 5-6 hours ago. So yeah, but that's okay. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Okay.
Everything is fine.
All right. So,
but guys, then my sister had a health scare today, which ended up in like me and there's 3 of us. I'm the youngest. Then there's my Liz, and she is a type 1 diabetic who had the health scare.
She's
and then
2 years older.
Who's 2 years older than me. And then my oldest sister, who is 11 years older than me. And we had just gotten off spending basically the entire morning together with my parents on Zoom, doing a Father's Day celebration. It was the 3 of us and Mom and Daddy and us.
So Jay jumped in the shower just as her phone started blowing up.
Yeah.
And so finally she was like, will you check and see who that is? It was a 3rd phone call. So the first one I think was Liz trying to FaceTime. Mm-hmm. Liz ended up calling Sissy to FaceTime instead. Sissy then called your phone twice on the FaceTime.
No, it was the 3rd time. The 3rd time there was a call. I was still in the shower. This is all and I don't take long showers, guys. I have like a 7-minute shower period, and I get everything done. I'm very efficient at my showers. And
it's very important to add.
It is very important because I don't just like shit. Like, okay. Anyway, I don't know. I don't shit in the shower.
Nobody should.
No, I mean, I don't shit. I don't shit it away. Like, I don't shit show my shower. Like, it's an actual shower. I just have a routine.
Okay.
And everything.
So you're still in the shower.
Okay.
And your sisters are calling.
So I'm like, answer the phone, please. It's obviously an emergency, and I did not think it was actually an emergency. I thought they were both a little tipsy because they started drinking while we were all chatting. But turns out my sister, Liz, her blood sugars dropped to 36, which any of you guys that know like what a healthy blood sugar should be, or what type 1 diabetes is.
What should it be? What's a good healthy?
It should be 80 to 120. Between 80 and 120 is like a healthy range. Usually, as a type 1 diabetic, you run a bit higher than that. So, like right now, she's at 165.
That's good.
But you don't want to go too high. So over 200, you're going to start feeling sick. If you go too low, meaning under 80, basically, even under 70, you can start getting it can start getting scary. And when you get to like the 30s range, you have a risk of going into a diabetic coma, like literally, or if you get too high and go into DKA, you could also, which is what
ketoacidosis.
Diabetic ketoacidosis, which you probably hear about. If you don't know anything about type 1 diabetes, you probably hear about
which is different than type 2, which a lot of people don't know.
Commercials. Yeah, totally different.
Anyway, so Liz got down to 36. She FaceTimed Sissy.
Our older sister
was trying to eat honey as fast as she could to try to get her
and
blood sugar back out.
And then
passed out on the floor 3,000 miles away from all of us.
Yes.
Very, very horrifying. Incidentally, we Sissy contacted all of the emergency services in her area. Nobody was answering.
Yeah, they just don't answer the phones on a Sunday. No. Sorry if you're having a heart attack. Sorry if you're... Doesn't matter. I'm crazy. Sorry. We just don't answer on a Sunday. Don't have an emergency. But in small town,
thank God we were able to get a hold of one of our good friends who was actually, who is in Florida with her, but was vacationing in Alabama, who was able to contact someone back in Florida, who was able to show up and be
3 different people were able to show up.
Y'all, so it was a crazy, there was a crazy
it worked
hour
out.
in there.
Everything's fine, but shit happens. It's been a
week.
It was
crazy. But I do have to say this. Today is, and I know on the podcast you're going to be listening a little bit later, but today is Father's Day.
Yes.
And we are very blessed to both still have our fathers with us.
Yes.
And I just want to give a shout out. And Laura, I saw your comment here. Laura lost her dad this February. So it's a tough day. So can we please raise a glass to all the amazing dads out there that are no longer with us. And
absolutely.
for all they did to be awesome humans and to make awesome humans in this world.
Yeah, for all of you guys, we can still celebrate our fathers even if they are not with us, and we celebrate all of yours that are not with us physically today. They are still here spiritually.
Tough day. I remember when my mom's dad, so my grandfather, I remember the first Father's Day that we had without my grandpa Clouthier. And it's a very strange feeling. So cheers to all the dads that aren't with us, and a big thank you for all that they did to make amazing humans that are still with us.
Yes.
So happy Father's Day, you guys.
Yes, happy Father's Day. Now,
let's jump into Friday.
Let's talk about cat fights.
Cat fights, y'all.
Wow. Okay, so guys, we've done a lot of research because of many questions that you guys have brought to us along the years of, oh my God, my cats
just flipped on each other for no reason.
I just had one the other day. It was like a father-son or a mother-daughter combo. Bonded pair. Always love each other, always get along. All of a sudden, they see a stray cat or an outside cat in the window, and they flip on each other. And now they're not getting along. Like, now they're just fighting each other. And what do you do in those situations? Right. And of course, when you bring us a question that we've never heard of before, we do a deep dive in research, which is what we love.
And let's be honest, we've never had a situation in our home where we have had a cat fight that escalates the level. Have you guys heard those cat fights where it literally sounds like it is the sound of murder? It is the screaming.
Let's try to recreate it.
No.
No.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Really?
Yeah. Let's try.
Oh God.
Who do you want to be?
I'll be Friday and Zorro.
Oh, that's who I was gonna be. Okay. I'll be Trist.
Okay.
You start.
You get the idea, right?
Yeah. That's the sound.
Denise said, please don't. I'll be triggered. Yeah. You guys, it was horrific. It was literally screaming cats. It was horrible situation.
Yeah, so let's go back to it. Yeah, let's back it up. So what had happened was every morning, we bring our cats outside. We feel that it is very important for our cats to be able to have their feet to the earth, to be able to indulge their stimulation, their senses, be able to see birds, be able to smell the earth, be able to breathe in fresh air. All of those things we feel is very important for their mental stimulation and overall health and longevity of life. So
Kim said we just freaked out our cats.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Kim. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that
awesome.
Sounds realistic. Great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we bring our cats outside in the mornings, and our twins, our
little Black Panthers.
Yeah, our little Black Panthers, Friday and Zorro, because they're only 2 years old and they are very, very
agile.
Agile, but curious. They go into a mesh tent where there's a tunnel and a tent, and we got it off of Chewy.com, and we recently got it, and they absolutely love it because they get to go outside, they get to roam around, they're leash free, but they're confined. So it's basically a catio in a tent. So they go in there, and then our Pooh Bear comes outside, and Pooh Bear doesn't go far from home. He used to be an outdoor cat, so he doesn't go far. He doesn't go far from us.
He's like the best boy.
He just wants to smell and look around a little bit, but he wants to just be outside, but he wants to also be near us. And then Twister
was also an outside cat that came to us.
Right.
But he's a little Houdini. He likes to go explore still sometimes. So he is that cat that you've got to keep eyes on at every moment. And that does not mean that means you cannot check your phone. You cannot look away. You cannot have a conversation for 17 seconds and expect that he'll still be there, because he knows when you're not looking.
He's very smart.
And Lindsay said, yes, our cats do beg to go outside. They love their outdoor time, and they know when they get to go outside. So it is a big deal to them. So this particular morning, and we have to back it up to Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, we usually try to give them time in the morning and in the evening.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, we made that cat mom mistake of looking away from Oliver Twist for probably 3.5 seconds.
I made that mistake. You were like, you got him? I'm like, yeah. He was right by my feet underneath the table. I was fine. I was texting with one of you guys on Facebook Messenger, about your cats, and then look down, and I'm like,
And
where did he go?
He's gone.
And all of a sudden, he's
gone. He was only gone for about 15 minutes. He did come home, but we decided that Oliver Twist should not be able to go outside unless he wants to go into the mesh tent with the Panthers, or he wears a harness. So we went for the harness route so we could still
on Thursday.
Walk around on Thursday and Thursday night and Friday morning.
Well, let's start with, so Thursday, while he's wearing a harness, he is walking. He's walking around the yard. We're like walking.
He's on a
him.
leash.
Yeah, we're walking him around the yard.
He's not happy about that.
He is not happy in any way, shape, or form. He's kind of crawling because he feels like he's just weighted down, right? Like, you guys know that. Like, if you put something on your cat, they like fall over. Like, he's the cat that just like falls over. Mm-hmm. But he knew that by putting this on, he's seen Zorro. He's seen Friday. He knows that if you're putting this on me, I get to go outside, but now I have to wear something that's uncomfortable and I don't like it. And so he's kind of sort of roaming around the yard slowly.
But he's not happy about it.
But he's not happy. And then
he goes walking by the tent.
He goes walking by our Black Panthers, the twins, and Zorro actually puffs his tail up and looks at him like, I don't know who you are. Because he's wearing a harness?
Right. So we thought he just didn't recognize him. Let's fast forward a little bit to Friday morning. And also note that on Thursday night, we had noticed we have a number of stray cats in our neighborhood. On Thursday night, we saw a new one. And
was that Thursday night?
Mm-hmm. It was after Twist got away. And I was like, aha.
Really?
Yep. Because I was thinking, because that cat was in our yard. So that's what I was thinking Twist was probably extra curious about, was that there was another new cat around. So
cats are attracted to our yard.
They are. So Friday morning, though, the whole situation is that we could not bear to put Twist back in the harness. He was obviously not happy with it. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch them very closely. Like, it is literally going to be, I'm going to be a step behind him the whole time. He's not going to escape. So we let Pooh Bear out. Pooh Bear's the good boy. He was fine. We put the Panthers in the tent and we let Twist out. Well, Twist immediately starts doing a super sniff session all over. There was a spot over in the corner where the little bird feeder was. There was a spot under a chair, which was on the side of the yard. And he was digging at the spot by the chair. And Pooh Bear came over there and he like puffed up at Twist over there. And I was like, come on, let's go back over to the patio part. And then Twist found a spot that was probably 7 feet away from the tent on the back wall of the yard. And he finds this place. When your cat really gets into sniffing something, he did this all morning. He'll sniff it with his mouth like open and he'll get up and he'll look and you know what I mean? And then he started digging at this spot. When that happened, Pooh Bear heard him and started walking over. About that same time, both of the Black Panthers just started poofing
Friday
up.
And Zorro were like, they both poofed up at the same time and started growling like, they've never done that ever in their lives. They're 2 years old.
And I was like, Jay, look at them. Like, what is going on?
I know. And at first we thought it was funny. She was like, look at them. And Lindsay was, like, we were on a conference call with Lindsay in the morning because we do that.
Lindsay got to see it.
And Lindsay was like, Lindsay was like, cover his mouth, don't know what to say. I'm like, look, what are they doing?
They're so
and then
puffed
all
up.
Of a sudden they're like,
and they're looking at Twist and they start making these noises.
Friday attacks, but she's in a mesh tunnel. She's in the tunnel of the tent, not the tent itself, the tunnel. And she tries to attack Twist, but he's 5 feet away from her and she's in a mesh, whatever.
But she sure did make that tunnel
Zorro was right beside her and he is also puffed up. So then they turn on each other and start fighting. And then Twist jumps in to fight. And then
it is
Pooh
like
Bear
screaming.
Jumps in. So it's like 4 cats outside.
Yeah, Lindsay said, I was shocked and scared. It was intense,
right? Like all 4 cats are like fighting outside, right?
And
like,
the sound of it. And they've never fought. These babies have never fought before. We did, and I'm not exactly sure. Lindsay said that we handled it okay. I don't know what we did, but
I
it was
know
just
that-
a matter of
I know
trying
that
to
I knew in
get
my
the babies
head
away from each other.
to not like scream or kick or yell like what a lot of people do. It's like,
Right.
stop it, stop.
Right.
Like we're gonna punch or we're gonna yell or we're gonna whatever. It was like a babies.
Babies. A lot of babies.
There was a lot of
Babies.
babies. That's what we did. It was a lot of
Yeah,
okay.
So it was
babies.
It was intense.
But it was a whole like
It was intense.
like
So
I
we
was
were able to
shaking
get
for the next
Oliver.
hour.
Actually, Oliver was the first one in. You were able to get Friday in next.
Yeah. I just like they were scared of each other at that point. So I just like put the carrier outside, opened the tunnel, and she just came running in. I was like, I'm taking you upstairs. She was covered in
so
dirt.
dirty.
Her whole face
It's
was
just
just
a mesh
covered in
tent.
dirt. And they were just like, oh.
And we knew they were going to be boo-boos. I mean, the sound, if you guys have ever heard a cat fight.
Oh, I'm glad there was the mesh in between them because there was much less. There was only one boo-boo, really, and that was on Zorro.
There were two, just on Zorro. He's got one
Right.
in his ear right
But
here.
Zorro's the only one that got the...
I know.
Right
Everyone
into
else
it.
seems like we did a
Sweet
whole
boy.
like little check down at everybody. And then we were able to get, Zorro was the last one to come. Zorro was the last one to come in. It was super intense, and so then we kind of separated them inside for a little while.
Yeah, so that was our process. Is we were like, okay, so the Black Panthers, the twins, were a bit scared of Twist and probably Pooh Bear now since he jumped after them. So we're going to separate them. So I take Friday upstairs into our room and shut the door, and I let her out and start cleaning her face off. And then
the tunnel was jumping in the air and side to side.
Right?
Yeah,
it was so
Lindsay.
weird and scary.
Horrifying.
So then she brings Zorro in, and she's just sitting at the end of the stairs when I come out, and she's like, I've got Zorro, what do I do? And I'm like, let's bring him up here with Friday and let's see how that goes. And she brings him upstairs, and they are like, we have no idea that we flipped on each other. Like, we love you. We love each other. It's fine. Like, they were absolutely fine together in a safe environment. They just felt it was the feline instinct.
And Pooh Bear and Twist were fine together too. Just instantly.
Oh yeah. They were like, what?
So
no big deal. All of a sudden, no big deal.
Yeah.
Mamas are like freaking the F out. Like we were like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
And so we had Friday and Zorro, and then we find out that Zorro has this, like, he's bleeding on his ear, and it was probably Friday that did it.
He was definitely a bite, so he's got like a little nick out of his ear right at the base, and then
so
the
we
tip of
cleaned
his
that
ear
up
was
with
like
Oxycat
almost
and
through.
Yeah, and we fixed that up, and then we cleaned them off, and then they were 100% okay.
And then we text
bring them
Pam
to the other cats, and then what we do? What do we do?
And we're like,
we text Pam.
Here's the situation.
And if you don't know who Pam is,
Pam Roussel with Perfectly Holistic
is with the owner of perfectlyholistic.com, PURRR, fectlyholistic.com. And of course, we're going to go to her because this is an emotional issue
that we didn't
and what
see
can we
coming.
do? What can we do when there is an emotional issue with our cats? All we can do is guess.
Right.
What's happening from our perspective. All we can do is guess what's happening. If we're not that in tune, all we can do is guess, and then we can try to do our best based upon our guess, or
to mitigate the situation.
We can contact Pam with perfectlyholistic.com, who is trained.
She's here.
Yes.
Perfectly Holistic is here, y'all.
Trained and an expert in energy and muscle testing our kitties and finding out what are the stressors that is going on. How can I help? And her from miles and miles, thousands of miles away.
We took pictures of all the babies and sent them to her, where she gave us feedback on each one and what each one felt and what each one was going through.
So we can better understand what they're going through. And she can help clear many of those stressors so that we can, even though it seemed okay almost immediately, once we brought them back inside, we don't know that. Obviously, we don't know that because we know that this started at least a day prior when
with the harness. You know what's funny is that Pam said when we asked about Twist, because we felt like Twist was the trigger. Twist is the sweetest boy in all the land.
He's the most perfect cat on the planet.
Loving cat on the planet. And so when he escaped on Wednesday night, we put him in the harness on Thursday. Thursday night, we're going to bed, and Twist actually hissed. And
he hissed at me.
Yeah.
I said, well,
so
now,
we knew
granted, He had been in a harness the 2 times that they normally get to go outside in the morning and the evening. He had been in a harness, which he hated, and we knew that he hated. So he was being restricted.
And we weren't doing it to punish him, but we were doing it to try to keep him
because we had drank too much
on Thursday?
Wednesday night. Or no, Thursday night. On Thursday night. Because you had drank too much on your family.
Oh, family Zoom night.
Yeah. You brought Madison over and was like,
Madison escaped from the room when I was feeding them.
Right.
And Twist was right there. So I held her and he was like,
get out of my face.
No, so that was not a good idea.
I'm pissed about this. I'm pissed about that. And now you're bringing me a kitten?
Yeah.
Like, no.
He was mad.
Like, that's a lot of responsibility.
So I went with the kittens.
He's the alpha. He's the protector of our whole family. Like, he literally, even before Scotch passed, he is always the one that's like, I am going to take care of everyone. Scotch was like that too, but he has always been that from the get-go. And so he was majorly upset.
Yeah.
And I'm in the bed.
I wish we could read
7-8 feet away from me, starting to walk out the door, and she's going to sleep with the kittens, and I'm like, come here, Twist. And I like pat the bed, and I'm like, come here, baby, come sleep with me. And he looks up at me and he goes, and I was like,
oh no.
And then he turns around and looks at Zorro, who was right beside him, and he goes, and I was like, oh my God, baby. And then I had this whole 15-minute session where I'm telling him how sorry I am and how much I love him. And he gets it. Like, he gets it. He's like he would normally, like cats, after they hiss like that, they're just going to run away. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. He was like, I was like, Twist, I'm so sorry. And he was like,
he's trying to be like, I'm mad, but I
know,
I love
you're
you.
Sorry. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just don't want to lose you. I'm so sorry. And he was like,
he was so sweet.
He was.
So when we text Pam after the fight, she said that resentment, she was able to pick up on what killed me was the humiliation.
Yeah. Well,
she said that he felt humiliated wearing the harness.
I got that immediately.
And which we could totally see in his eyes. He's like, he is the most beautiful boy ever, and to be put in a harness, I'm sure he felt like a clown.
He was like, I'm not one of those kids that you put in harnesses.
Boy.
I am the adult, the alpha.
Yeah. But what was incredible was, that's a bit much, but
that's what he thinks. I'm pretty sure.
But what was really great is that we were able to work through each one of the cats with Pam, and it really helps to just give us a better look at their perspective and a better way to handle the situation moving forward, especially since it was such a traumatic situation for us. Yeah. It's very important to immediately not just look at things from our perspective, but from theirs. Theirs is the perspective that actually matters in that situation. Right. And while it was difficult for us, and I want to point out, we talked to someone very recently, I'm not going to name names, but we had someone very close to us that had a situation where their cat saw a stray cat or smelled a stray cat. And as soon as the cat freaked out, he was like, I had to beat that cat senseless with a broom. They were coming after me. Mm-hmm. They were coming after me because cats, when they react to things, it makes me want to cry just thinking about it. But when cats react to things, like, it is so important for us, and God bless you, Pam, for helping all of us be better at doing this. It's so important for us to look at it from their perspective. Cats are instinctive, beautiful souls, and when they react to something in a way that is a shock to us, it's our responsibility to understand where they're coming from. Yeah. So this person had said, I had to beat that cat senseless with a broom, and then was looking up, and that didn't calm the cat down, and then was looking up, calling people to say, well, I guess we're going to have to put this cat down. How much would it cost
to put this cat down?
Instead of looking at, you brought a blanket in from outside that was peed on by a stray cat, and you put it in his space, and he freaked out. And then you're going to beat him with a broom.
And try to euthanize him.
Euthanize him because he's not acting in a way that makes sense to you. So I just feel like we've
Cat
never had an
parents.
experience like this with our cats before. It was very illuminating, and thank you very much, Pam, Perfectly Holistic, for helping walk us through like better understanding that situation. And just a shout out to everyone who's ever been there to take a moment, absorb your shock, and then try to readjust your vision on the
anything that
situation.
this podcast does with you guys is that if this happens, and if you guys are cat parents and you like continue to like, if you're like us and you continue to adopt and bring in or rescue cats along the way, eventually it's been
something like
we haven't had this happen. It's
not
been
in 20
years,
3 years, 20.
But it happened. It just happened 2 days ago. It happened. So these things can happen to all of us. Doesn't matter how great of a cat parent or how, it does not matter.
Cats are different species
because
than
our
us.
cats are instinct. Yeah, they act on their instinctive nature. Is that the right word?
Well, and I do think that what it was that when Twist was digging over there, he kicked up the scent of a different cat. Both of the Black Panthers smelled that, and then they saw Twist.
Saw Twist as that other cat.
And then saw him as a different cat. And Pooh Bear was kind of the same thing when he came over. You could tell the minute that he smelled something and that was off.
Yeah.
He was like coming over to see what Twist was getting into and then stopped. And then all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
So I think that it's not that someone did anything
their fault,
bad.
Is the thing. It's not their fault. That is how they were made as a species.
Oh,
and so
Lindsay.
I'm not saying that it's like, we can, we can blame.
Cats are just crazy. Cats are just whatever. No, it is. Everything makes sense.
Yeah, they are literally. Yeah, they are.
Lindsay, good point. So Lindsay, who actually happened to be on a call with us while this happened, it was a video call. She actually got to see it all. And we followed up with her too about everything that Pam helped us with. We were asking
Lindsay
Pam.
was like, "Call Pam."
Yeah, hello. So we were talking with Pam, and I said, once Pam had helped kind of clear a lot of the issues that were going on, the humiliation, the feelings, the terror, the shock, everyone was very scared. Everyone was dealing with a lot of issues. I said, is there anything that you can do to clear him from being a Houdini? Like, why does he want to run away? Like, I know he loves our home. I know he loves everyone here.
He does. And
but why does he try to escape?
And he's done this in several homes. It's not just been this home.
Oh, right.
He's done it.
Oh, right. He just likes to go roam.
And it used to be like every 2 or 3 years.
Oh, no.
He would, what?
It's still going.
Every 2 or 3 years, he would
just sneak out the door if someone came in.
And disappear. And it was like, we didn't even know because he's a Houdini.
He is a Houdini.
We don't even know that happened.
So we were asking
Pam,
is there anything that we can do to help him stop trying to run away? Why can't he be more like Pooh Bear? Just love to hang out in the backyard or whatever. And she tested vaccinosis for rabies and found, and one of the things about the vaccinosis with rabies is a need to roam, to escape, to get out. Mm-hmm. So we have on order. We're going to give him the detox as well.
So vaccinosis, for those of you guys that are listening, is that when our cats are are vaccinated with the rabies vaccine, that basically in most cases pumps our cats full of the virus,
the live vaccine,
the live virus of rabies. And so future running, like we're talking 16 years past when he got his. I'm sure we gave him a shot when we first
got him fixed.
Yes. So 16 years later, still they can still have the
toxicity in their system.
Oh, for sure. They'll have the toxicity in their system, but they'll still have sometimes the mannerisms of the vaccine or the virus itself.
Yeah.
So they'll sometimes be more aggressive. Sometimes they'll be more scared. Sometimes they'll be roaming. They want to roam. They want to get away. And this can all be a result of not the rabies virus necessarily, but the rabies vaccine that gave them that virus.
So
and so
Pam
yeah, so
pointed us
we're
in the
going
direction.
through
We've used Listen with Pooh Bear before.
and Listen is the rabies detox.
Right. And she
It's
also
a homeopathic detox that you can get at
Whole Foods,
Amazon.
It's the Listen 30C. 30C?
No, 200C.
200C. Oh, it's the other one that's.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's Listen 200C.
Yeah, if you don't want to mess it up, just contact Pam.
Just contact Pam with Perfectly Holistic. PURRR, perfectlyholistic.com.
And she also recommended another Animal Essentials.
And she has it for cheaper
remedy.
too, because she'll just give you as much as you need.
Yeah, so you don't have to buy like the 80 pellets or whatever it is.
We bought the whole thing the first time.
Yeah. Thank you, Pam. She said they developed the characteristics of the virus.
Characteristics. That's
itself.
the word I was
Thank
looking
you.
for. Look at me.
It is very scary.
Look at me holding my screen.
Put your shoe down.
Okay.
Put your shoe down.
Right.
Okay. So we've got his detox coming, and I'm very excited to see what that does. And Pam, I know we tell you a lot. We're very grateful for you, but especially grateful to have. I know it's called At Your Paws.
No. Oh yeah.
At Your Paws.
We call it Pam and Your
Pam
Pocket.
Pam has a service where it's like a monthly service that you can sign up for, that basically you can ask her questions or whatever anytime during the month. It's a monthly service. We call it Pam in your pocket. Pam in your pocket, because situations like this, it is the most.
We probably yelled that as we were like trying to separate the forecast. Like, Pam in your pocket.
Call Pam.
Call Pam.
It is such a peaceful feeling. It is such a stabilizer in a situation where, especially, it's like, you would think in 20 some years, almost 24 years, we've handled a lot of stuff. Like there's not a lot of stuff that catches us off guard.
Yeah.
But as Lindsay is a witness, that really caught us off guard.
WTF? Are you kidding
And to be able to
me?
have someone that we can turn to so immediately and really help work through that and gain better perspective and understanding moving forward it's just invaluable. So thank you so much.
Yeah. And thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, that's it. We're wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, but we're gonna be live on Facebook for our cat tip review
in about 30 minutes.
So if you guys are on Facebook, come join us. And if not, then
we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we wish you guys a beautiful Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Whether your father is here or here in spirit, do hold their hand as you go to sleep tonight. And we love you guys so much.
Bye, you guys. That almost made me cry.
I know, me too.
I love y'all.
I make me cry sometimes.
Bye, guys.